Hey, what's happening, y'all? I hope you're all doing well. I just want to have a check-in with everybody and just say hi. Yeah, it's been such a crazy summer. And here I am. I turned 50 this summer, right? And I think I feel like, oh, 50, that's the time you're supposed to start slowing down. I tell you what, I don't think I've ever been this busy in my whole stinking life. Maybe that's because the business is doing well. That's part of it. It's also because as we're figuring out who we are and growing through this whole thing, adulting happens definitely from teenage years clear up probably till the end of it, right? We're growing, we're learning about ourselves, which means that really in my life, all of the things that make me who I am and my purpose being here are at its peak right now. I'm sure it's different for everybody, but I mean, whether we're talking about ceremonies and the spiritual path and community and that service in my life, or we're talking about my home and building that for, seeing that as a more communal space and being able to do flute making workshops, different type of events, but tons of energy and time into that. Sometimes there's travel, there's family, all of the things, man. And I just, man, I stack it in. And so I feel like I've been sort of out of touch with everybody for most of the summer. I'll chime in and do a quick video here and there, try to do a post. And Carrie, she's my YouTube lady. So she's been just taking old videos and posting them up on YouTube, creating shorts just so we're having content being put out. But the way I've been feeling is my focus has been elsewhere, and mostly when it's been coming to the workshop and that I go in, I fill some orders, try to keep the order list going down. But as far as just like connecting with you all, I feel like I've been so busy. I haven't had time. And so, what did I do this summer? You guys can tell me in the comments below what you did this summer, but some of the things that I added that I don't usually add, we had 2 weeks where my family came in. So my father came from Puerto Rico, all my siblings came from the East Coast, and their partners and everything. And we averaged about 10, 12 people a day in our outings and our dinners and all of these things. And then we had a big family reunion on one of the Saturdays that they were here. It was really great, actually. I loved it. It was nice to be able to host and have people come. Typically, when we get together, I'm the one traveling to the East Coast because that's where most people are, or Puerto Rico, And this is the first time since my wedding to Sarah, which was 10 years ago. We just had our 10-year wedding anniversary. And, oh, wait, sorry, 9-year wedding anniversary. Okay, next year's our 10 year. Anyway, um, yeah, and this is the first time since then that they've come out and they get to see my new house and swim in the waterfalls and do all the things I love to do. So it was good. Took my brothers fishing and we all caught some nice big spring Chinook salmon. So that was great. It's been crazy. It's been busy. And when it comes to work, like I said, I go into the shop and yeah, Maggie's been working, Mike's been working. We're all busy in the summer. Mike's been busy too. But, maintaining orders really is mostly what it's been. And we're just starting to get back at it. Uh, Another thing to celebrate is we just up here, I think all this week we've gotten rain. This is the first time that I can ever remember ever in my time in Oregon, or the now I'm in Washington, but in the West Coast, that we've had rain in the month of August. Typically it stops at end of June and there's like literally zero rain until end of September or so. So super blessing. We've been getting rain all week. Maybe that means the fire bans will lift. Definitely helps because this has been our smoky season lately. So that's a huge, huge blessing. And it also kind of helps me shift gears again. Yeah, it makes me think a lot about more fishing though, because the rain really turns on those salmon. Anyway, but back in the shop. And so man, we definitely have been gluing batches of like 40 flutes at a time. Right now, we're at the crux. If y'all remember last summer, that was when we were advertising last chance to buy select made to order flutes, right? And that's kind of changed a little bit the way that I've thought about it throughout the year. But that big push of flutes that we're finally just getting through, because that was the last chance to buy a lot of particular flutes. And yeah, we've still taken some orders, and we have affiliates like Lamira and certain people that promote some of our flutes, so that we had to keep those up for made to order to support our affiliates and all of that. So there are some made to order, but we did reduce, probably took 80% of our made to order items off the website, right? I think all y'all know that. And here and there we'll pop some up, because it's been really tough to keep sales up and keep the employees paid and everything, because 80% of what we're doing is just filling orders. But we're right at that edge now, where that wait time that's been teetering at like 10 months for people that ordered 10 months ago, that should start reducing, because again, we've been taking less orders. So this is the time of year where that starts shifting, right? And we should hopefully get it pretty quick down to 6-month wait and all of that. And the ultimate goal is that we're doing mostly in stock flutes, and it's a special occasion when we're doing made to order. And because someday, you know what, I want to retire. So, and I don't know what that looks like. I want Singing Tree Flutes to live on, of course, but me, I want my role to change. And so that means training flute makers. That means having other products on my website. Of course, it means playing. And one of the things that I would love to do, and there's kind of this thing that I'm waiting for. There's going to be a period, probably, I don't know when, a year, 2, 3 years, where I want to start recording and sharing all of my flute making tips, right? And I'm pretty excited about that. So shifting gears and spending quite a bit of my time sharing my Singing Tree Flute secrets with people, and creating like flute making courses and or programs that people can buy, and that basically sharing my secrets and giving enough information out there where a hobbyist or a person up and coming that is an artist and a musician and wants to be an entrepreneur, that they would have enough skills to really develop a business, you know what I mean, and something that's successful and that has the quality that takes a half a lifetime to figure out, and so that is something that I intend on doing too, is sharing those skills. But of course, not just giving all of them away freely. And eventually I want to start doing little tips and tricks, and doing, like, let's say, weekly YouTube posts of flute making content. But I also, some of the intricacies about tunings and scales and measurements and bore sizes, and all these neat little tricks that I've learned mostly from trial and error, to give those. And people know that have apprenticed with me, there's knowledge that I can give them, and they can be a quality flute maker in, say, 3-6 months, if they're there and really focused, right? That I didn't have that at my disposal. There was nobody that taught me all of those things. They taught me how to make the sound, and then that first person, John Eagleheart from way back, and he gave me a stick that said, put the holes here, 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 and here, and that was all I had. And so I started making flutes, and then I started changing the bore, and then the tuning was all out of whack and didn't even sound like a Native American flute anymore. And then I traveled some more, went back to the East Coast, met a guy named Eric Marzak. He didn't ever spend time with me in the shop, but verbally spoke to me about his flutes and how he tuned with a chromatic tuner. And that was when I started trying to make things into 440 hertz, right? But all of the keys and scales and different tunings that I make, I learned that all by trial and error, by taking a piece of wood and poking holes into it, reading it with a tuner, seeing what the hole size was, figuring out the measurements, and basically created a lot of firewood to figure out um, all of the different scales and the different tunings over the years. And now when I get a new scale, it's a lot easier for me to figure it out without, you know, without totally butchering a flute, because I can compare it to so many other different scales and tunings and sizes that I already have made. So pretty awesome stuff. I'm excited about that. And again, I'm just here just saying hi, really, just sharing some time with you guys. Yeah, you should expect soon coming, like even right now, my intention is like, dang, I don't believe I got away with you know, working as little as I did. Again, we've been making orders and stuff, but uh, I haven't been focusing on marketing and all of that. And yeah, we've done okay. We've made it through the summer and all of that. Just sold the whale drone. That was awesome. Special thanks to Carlos Royo. He just really supported us this summer. Made some really big purchases on several items, and then another guy from Canada named Liam. Thank you guys so much for your support. Liam just bought the whale drone. I know you've seen that. And that is one of the top of the crop primo pieces of Singing Tree Flutes, and I'm super happy that it found a home. So all those things help us keep on going here, and now it's time for me to work at it, right? And so my standard is work 3 days a week from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, sometimes 4 days a week. That sometimes is making, that sometimes is emails, that sometimes is doing videos like these, but usually on a work day, I work all day, usually eat lunch on my feet, and then I have a dinner break, and then I go back at it until I go to bed. That's how I do it, but that affords me lots of days off and the time to be able to do all the things I do in my life. So anyway, but the intention now is to get cracking, just like this, making some flutes for the in stock. And my plan is from now until after Christmas to really just focus on the business, right? So that means you should be seeing more flutes come in stock. We will have to start planning now for Christmas because we're juggling so many things. You should see the made to order flutes really start getting pushed out. When we're all on and we're producing, we should be able to see that number of 100 and what is it, 140 flutes that we have still to make. But if that reduced by 20 flutes a week, think about that, right? 20, 40, 60, 80 in 1 month, that would be crazy. But more realistically, it's probably going to be like, hopefully we can shoot for 40 flutes a month. So that means we could go through all of those in 4 months, and some people are still waiting 10 months. Is that making sense? So we hope to really catch up pretty soon here. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Keep your eyes peeled. Let me know what's going on in your life. Just reach out, say hi. You know, I just feel like lots of you have become friends and definitely supporters of the Singing Tree Flutes, and you like our music and everything. And so reach out, let us know what you've been up to. Say hi, you know. I hope it's been great. I hope your life is as full as mine is, and doesn't have to be as busy as mine is, but as full, and that you're really living your dreams, you know what I mean? So I guess that's all. I got this flute in my hand. Should I play it? It's already been 14 and a half minutes. I'll say that one joke that everybody says way back when I was in a sweat lodge, and I poured a sweat and someone was in that lodge. He came out and said, "Miguel, I got a new Indian name for you. It's Long Wind." And I'm trying to keep it short at 14 minutes, okay? So I'm going to just stop now and say thanks again. And yeah, I just hope you're all doing great, okay? I'll just play this flute here. This is a contrabass No, it's not a contrabass. It's a bass, C sharp, 432 hertz, Native American style flute, limba and zercote with the buffalo skull. I'm going to do its own separate video for this flute, but I hope you like it. Other than that, have yourself a great day.